And now it's time for Stordy time. And in tonight's Stordy, it's the story of the little Papi and the Christmas Club. That's right, little Pete. Now, you know the mammy? Well, the mammy and the Papi were talking earlier about lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things. And the Papi said, Mammy, tonight's story is going to be the story of the little Papi and the Christmas Club. And she went, hooray, Stordy. And he went, that's right, Mammy. And so when the little Papi was a little Papi, he went up to his mum and he went, Mum, how long is it till Christmas? And she went, oh, well, about 6 months. And he went, that's ages. And she went, it'll blow over really quickly. You know what? You'll go to bed, you'll have a couple of dreams, you'll wake up, you look at famous monsters of Limland over and over again, then it'll be Christmas. And he went, oh, okay. I can't think about what I want. And she went, good. Just make sure that when you do think about what you want, it's not too expensive. And he went, oh, it won't be too expensive, Mum. It'll just be massive. Okay, I'll see you later. And she went, okay, little Papi. And he gave her a hug. And then he knocked at Pauline's. Now, Pauline. And Pauline came to the door with her favourite cereal in a blue plastic bowl and with the baby Lucia and her dirty cup. And the little Papi went, baby Lucia, and if no sleeps, it'll be Christmas. And guess what else? At Christmas, it'll be cold. And you know what that means, don't you? It means that little cheek will be all aglow. Mwah. Oh, Pauline, I can't wait till Christmas. And Pauline went, oh, neither can I. Have you thought about what you want? And he said, no, not yet. I just know that it's going to be huge. And so it's okay. She said, I'm not really sure what I want for Christmas either just yet. I thought about getting one of those little cookers and little washing machine things for me dollies. But then, and I've got a pram, and I've even got an old pram, and I don't know what else. And baby Lucia, what do you want? And baby Lucia went, tortoise. And she went, ah. And little Papi went, ah, we'll have to get you a nice little tortoise for Christmas. Yay, yay, Papi, yay. And little Papi said, right, let's go and see what Tony wants for Christmas. And Pauline said, all right, let me just finish this cereal. So Pauline finished her cereal as quickly as she could. And the baby Lucia finished her dirty cup as quickly as she could. And when they were done, Pauline took her empty blue plastic bowl and the baby Lucia's empty dirty cup with Mickey Mouse on the side that Joe gave her, straight to the kitchen sink. Then she put her bowl in the sink and filled the baby Lucia's dirty cup right up to the brim. Then she came straight back to the front door. And she went, but little Papi, Christmas is months away. And he went, I know yet, but we can start planning now. And she went, yeah, I suppose we could. And then little Papi said, right, let's go and knock for Tony. So they knocked at Tony's and shouted through the letterbox, tick, 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 tick. Now Tony. And baby Lucia knocked too. Tick, 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 tick. And she shouted through the letterbox, nee, nee. And Tony came to the door with a nice jam bussy for himself and a heart-shaped jam bussy for the baby Lucia. And he went, guess what? Guess what it is? And she went, oh, Bish. And he went, yeah, it is. it's Hovis. And you know what? It's nice and crusty, and they did a really good job of it. I was dying to eat it before you got here, but then I knew that would be terrible. So I waited and waited and waited, and there you go. So baby Lucia sat down and went, yay! And she sat down and ate her heart-shaped jam butty as quickly as she could. And Tony ate his jam butty as quickly as he could. And he left some jam on one cheek and no jam on the other, which meant that he was ready. And the baby Lucia climbed up and sucked the rest of the jam of Tony's cheek. And little Tony went, oh, it's getting less and less. And little Papi said, yeah, it is, Tony. But you know what? Oh, never mind. Tony, what do you want for Christmas? And Tony went, oh, I don't know. And what do you mean you don't know? Tony, what about a nice scuba diver action man with his own little inflatable boat? And Tony said, oh, that'd be great, that. And he went, what do you mean great? It'd be brilliant. Ah, I can't wait for Christmas. And Pauline said, yeah, but it's months away. And Tony said, yeah, it's half a year away. And little Papi went, don't say it like that. Not half a year, nearly half a year. Let's go and see what Delores and Charlotte say. And so they went round to Dolores's, where she was sitting on the step with Charlotte. And he went, hello, guess what? And little Papi went, what? And he went, we've opened a Christmas club. And he went, you're kidding? And he went, yeah, we opened it this morning at Joe's shop. He's got new Christmas club cards in, and now you can start, if you can't count your pennies, then and take them to Joe's shop instead of buying sweets and stuff like that. What you do is you go in and you give Joe, you say, Joe, is sixpence for my Christmas club. And then Joe goes, oh, okay, that's nearly hit the jackpot. And little Papi went, the jackpot? And Delores said, yeah, he was just joking. It's just that, and you put the money in, and Joe marks the card, and he signs his little signature, and then you take your card home. Look, we'll show you. And so Charlotte got her little card out of her little bag, and she went, there's mine. And the Papi went, ah, oh, that's great. Do you have to keep putting money in every day? And Charlotte went, no, you just put money in when you want to. You could put money in today, or tomorrow, or next month, or even the day before Christmas. And the Papi said, and what happens then? And she said, well, you go to the shop and you say, you go to the shop a few weeks before Christmas, and you say, Joe, can I have this for Christmas? And he looks at how much money you've got, and if you've got enough for it, if he hasn't got it in the shop, he'll go and get it for you. And the Papi said, that's brilliant, that. How much was it? And she went, well, I just put sixpence in, and that's what I put in. And Delores said, and I put sixpence in too. And little Papi said, but it takes ages to get what you want. And Charlotte said, no, it won't, because when you put all your sixpences and pennies in, then what? If you haven't got enough, then your mummy might give you the rest. And I said, oh yeah, it's brilliant. Tony, we could get some great stuff with that. And Tony went, yeah, we could. And the Papi said, well, look more excited. And Tony said, yeah, but like, it means that you have to put money in all the time. I don't have money to put in all the time. And Papi said, don't worry about that, Tony. We'll sort it out, won't we, Pauline? And Pauline said, yes, we will. And Delores said, yeah, and we'll help you save, Tony. And so I said, Tony went, I don't think I want to do a Christmas club. And Papi said, Tony, there is no, you don't think you want to do anything. You've got to have a Christmas club. We're all going to have one, aren't we, Pauline? Pauline said, well, it's good. I'll have to ask my mum. And little Papi said, and Tony, you can ask your mum. And he went, no, it's all right. It's okay. Because I'll just get what I'm getting for Christmas. And little Papi said, I'm going to go and ask my mum. Will everyone come with me to my mum's, and then we'll go to Joe's shop. And Charlotte said, oh, okay. Well, Delores, go and tell your mum. And she went, okay, I won't be a minute. And so Delores went in. And after a short while, she came straight back. She went, my mummy said it's okay for us to go and help you sort out your Christmas club. The Papi said, okay. Now it's all becoming clear about the things that I need. It's brilliant. Come on, let's go to mine. And so they all went to the little Papi's house. And they all stood at the front door. While little Papi went in and went up to his mum. I went, Mum, guess what? And she went, what? You know Joe's shop? And she went, yeah. And he went, well, Delores and Charlotte, they went to Joe's shop and Joe's got a Christmas club. And she went, oh, it's a good idea. And then, yeah, and Delores' mum and Charlotte's mum gave them sixpence. And then, and that's all you needed. You put sixpence in, but you can put a halfpenny in if that's all you've got. And she went, oh. She said, I'll tell you what, let's go and get me purse. And he went, oh, okay, Mum, like that. And then he came back. She came back. And he went, there it is. And she went, oh, now I can get rid of all of this change. Right, hold your hand out. And little Papi said, it's okay, that was just Tony coughing at the front door. And so little Papi held his hand out and his mum put all the loose change in his hand. And he went, how much is that? And she went, I don't know, you might have 6 shilling there. And he went, that'd be brilliant. She said, well, I don't want you to go putting 6 shilling in a Christmas club for yourself. What about Tony? How much has he got? Little Papi said he hasn't got nothing. He said that he doesn't want to do the Christmas club. And his mum said, that's because Tony's family's big and they don't have, like us, they don't have lots of change spare and they don't have sixpence for him to go in because that's a big family to feed, little Papi. And he went, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And she said, so what you do is you ask very nicely and say, Tony, go and ask your mum if you can have this shilling to open a Christmas club. And the Papi said, oh, okay then. I said, and then a shilling for baby Lucia, and 1 for Pauline, and 1 for Delores and Charlotte. And then the Papi said, oh, okay then, Mum, thank you. It's going to be the best Christmas ever. And she went, yeah, I'm sure it will. And he came out. And he went, right, Tony, my mum gave you a shilling so that you can open a Christmas club at Joe's shop. And Tony said, oh no, it's all right. Tell her thank you very much, but it's okay because I don't really want to open a Christmas club, little Papi. And little Papi said, but Tony. And then Delores said, well, and she went, hang on a second. I just brought this honey for your cough, Tony. He went, oh, thank you. So he gave him some honey. Little Papi said, right, okay. And Delores said, here's what we do. Little Papi, we put Tony's money in your Christmas club. And then we wait and see how much we've got just before Christmas. And little Papi said, okay then. Well, should we do that, Tony? And Tony said, yeah, you can do that. And thank you, Mum, very much. And then, okay, I will. Okay then, let's go to Joe's shop. And so they all went round to Joe's shop. And then, as they walked in, Delores said, hello, Joe. And he went, oh, back again so soon. Oh, and there's the baby Lucia with that lovely little doily cup. And then she went, yeah, I really Jimmy's always hated Joe. And he went, that's right. It's the story cup in Kirkdale. And then Tony came up behind baby Lucia and Pauline walked in too. And the Papi said, right, Joe, well, we'd like to open some Christmas clubs. And Joe said, oh, okay. And then Delores said, but just one for little Papi and one for Pauline and one for baby Lucia. And Joe said, well, what about you, Tony? And said, no, it's okay. It's all right, Joe. And little Papi said, yeah, well, my mum gave me some money that we can put on my card, and then later on, when it's nearly Christmas, then we can say to Tony, that you can have some of this. And Joe said, that's a lovely thing to do. And you know what else? I'll put a shilling in too. And so, God, everyone's fallen over today. They're just all fallen over. Joe said, right, let me get some cards. So he went off and he came back. He said, right, so, little Papi, Christmas club, and how much you want to put in? And little Papi said, well, here's a shilling for me, and the other shilling I'm putting in, and that'll be for Tony later on. And he said, okay, right. Okay, so that's 2 shilling, little Papi, and yeah, that's really good. And then Pauline said, okay, and I'm gonna put a shilling in. And then Joe goes, oh, okay then, right. There you go, Pauline, 1 shilling. And baby Lucia, you're gonna put it on your card, Pauline? And Pauline said, yes, please. And I was okay, so that's 2 shilling for Pauline and 2 shilling for the little Papi, right? Okay, and Delores and Charlotte, you did yours this morning. And they went, yeah, that's right. And little Papi said, no, it's okay, because my mum gave Delores and Charlotte a shilling too. And Joe said, oh, okay, that's very nice of her. That's very kind. Your mum's lovely. All right then. So, Delores, you've got 1 and 6. And Charlotte, you've got 1 and 6 on yours. So there you go. And then little Papi said, right, well, Joe, what can we have? And Joe said, what, now? He went, no. Went at Christmas time. And then, he said, well, it's a few months away. But if there's anything in the shop that you want, then you can have that. But if you come and tell me just a little bit before Christmas that there's something that you want that I haven't got, you just tell me what it is and I'll go and get it. And then little Papi said, and then you know when you go and get it, do we just get it? And he went, yeah, but I'll wrap it up so it's like a nice I'll wrap it up in Christmas paper. And he went, it's brilliant. It's like it's nearly, just looking at the card, it's like it's nearly even more Christmas. And Joe said, yeah, that's right. And then, okay then, so there's your card. Delores, there's yours back, and Charlotte, there's yours. And Tony, little Papi's got yours, and I put a shilling in too. And Tony said, thanks, Joe. And then he said, don't worry about it. It's okay. And yeah, it'll all be all right. It's my treat. And Tony said, And then Pauline said, it's very kind of you, Joe. And he said, of course it is. And he said, but the thing is this, I'm only kind at 1 o'clock on a Thursday once a year. And little Papi said, but it's Friday. He said, that's why I only put a shilling in. And he went, and Joe says, I'm only messing. And the Papi went, like that. He said, okay, does anyone want a threepenny drink? They're free to new Christmas club members. And then the Papi said, yes, please, can I'll have a dandelion and burdock. Tony, do you want a sarsaparilla? And Tony went, yeah, I'm dying of thirst. And Pauline said, and I'll have a cream soda. And Delores and Charlotte said, and we'll have cream sodas too, please, Joe. And then he said to baby Lucia, and would you like some nice, fresh, cold green juice? And she went, yeah, Joe. Here's a dirty. And so Joe took baby Lucia's dirty cup and filled it right up the brim with nice, fresh green juice. Oh, you love that little dirty cup, don't you? And then, yeah, that's dirty. And he went, right, okay, so there's your cream soda, Delores. Your cream soda. There's your sarsaparilla, Tony. There's your dandelion and burdock. And Pauline, there's your cream soda. I said, thank you so much, Joe. He said, well, you've got to treat your new members right. And he went, thank you so much. And Papi said, right, okay, well, thanks, Joe. we're all going to go and sit down now and just think about what we want. And Joe went, okay then. And don't forget, you don't have to put money in every day or every week. You just put it in when you've got it. And he went, oh, okay then. See you, Joe. And then they all walked out. And then Pauline said, Tony, you gotta be a little happier. And Tony went, yeah, but my mum might go mad. And then Pauline said, no, she won't go mad. She went, do you want me to talk to her? And he said, no, it's all right. And little Papi said, okay, well, you know what? We'll sort it out one way or the other, Tony. And he goes, all right then, little Papi. And then Joe went, right, see yous all. And so Joe went off. And Charlotte and Delores went, it was so nice of him. And then Tony said it was. We love Joe, don't we, little Papi? Little Papi said, yeah. You know what? He's the best shop owner in the world. And Delores said, he is. Pauline said, and you know what else? I would love to work in Joe's shop. And Delores said, oh, so would I. And then Tony said, well, I could be the delivery. When I grew up, I could do the deliveries for Joe. And little Papi said, hey, that's a good idea, that. Because then you'd get all the sarsaparilla you want for nothing. I would just stand there behind the counter. If I worked for Joe and it was dead hot, I'd sit there and get a great big load of dandelion and burdock and take all the tops off and drink one after the other and just keep drinking it and drinking it and drinking it and drinking it and drinking it. And Delores said, well, then you'd be sick. He went, no, I wouldn't. Have you tasted it? And she went, yeah, I don't like dandelion and burdock, but you can't just keep drinking it and drinking it and drinking it and drinking it and drinking it like that. Little Pop said, why not? And then Tony said, yeah, why not? Joe eats salted peanuts all day long and it doesn't make him sick. And Delores said, I'm sure he has his little breaks. I don't think he really eats salted peanuts all day long. And Tony said, well, I've never seen him without any salted peanuts. And Pauline said, well, if I worked for Joe's shop, I wouldn't need to drink all the cream soda in his shop. It would just be nice, just being helpful to Joe. Because he's so nice. And he's not like that Mr. Anderson. And Tony said, nobody's like Mr. Anderson, Pauline. And then Delores said, no, I remember what happened. Remember that time, Charlotte, we went over there and he threw us on the floor. Little Pop said, I remember that. And your brand new clothes were filthy with potato muck. And Delores said, yeah. And my mum had to go round there and tell him. And Tony said, I think everybody's mother's been round to Mr. Anderson's shop and told him. And then Pauline said, you know what? I wonder why he's always like that. He just hates kids. And little Papi said, yeah, he does. I was in there once and I was just standing there and the next minute he just walked over and grabbed me and just chucked me the other side of the shop so that some lady could get some onions. And Delores said, you should have told your mum. And she went, anyway, I did tell my mum. And my mum went straight round there and she swore at him. So I said, did she? And she went, yeah, she did. Because she said, go on. Go on. And my mum said, who are you talking to? And Delores said, must have been great. And Papi said it was odd, but my mum was really angry with him because she said, you lay one more hand on him and you won't have a shop left. And Delores said, did she? And she went, yeah, she did. She said she'd come back in the middle of the night and set fire to his shop. And Tony said, I've been tempted myself a few times. And Pauline said, yeah, but it's not just Mr. Anderson. Sometimes flat-nosed Tom can be really grumpy. And little Papi went, yeah. Do you remember that time? He said that I stole all of that lemonade from his backyard. And Tony went, yeah, I do. And he barred you from the shop for months. And he went, yeah. And I even said to him, Tom, it wasn't me, honest. And he said, it was you. I saw you getting over the wall like that. And I didn't. No one would go on his... Not only that, he's got a great big German Shepherd behind that wall. And Delores said, I know, I've heard it barking. Sometimes when you walk past, you hear it trying to break the wall down. And Pop said, exactly. So who in there? Who's... Nobody's going to go anywhere near Tom's shop. And besides, all his lemonade has got mould in it. And then Delores went, yeah, and maggots. And Baby Lucia went, only fly, and the fly. And Delores went, yeah, he's got flies in his shop. And little Pop said, yeah, and Mr. Anderson's got that horrible, horrible fly tape right above where the food is. And Pauline said, that's why my mum doesn't go there. She said, you never know how many flies are going to be in the stuff you buy. And then little Pop said, yeah. And then Tony said, I don't like Mr. Ballard. Mr. Ballard told our Billy he could do a paper round. And our Billy got up really, really early in the morning when he was younger. And then he went to the shop. He said, I'm here, Mr. Ballard. And Mr. Ballard said, yeah, well, I've given the job to someone else now. And our Billy had to walk home and then just go back to bed. Tony said, that's terrible. And Pauline said, did that really happen, Tony? And Tony went, yeah. And our Billy said he wasn't ever going to go to that shop again because he lied to our Billy. And then Pauline said, yeah, he looks like a liar. And Delores said, actually, he does, doesn't he? He looks like the minute he was born, he started lying. And Papi went, that's right, she did. Oh, could you imagine Mr. Ballard going to see Father Hopkins to do confession? He'd be in there days. Delores said, that's right, he would. And not only that, he'd be saying tons of Our Fathers and Hail Marys for years. And Pap said, yeah, years. And Pauline said, you know what? Has anyone actually thought to themselves that when Mr. Ballard's shop is closed, he's probably saying his Hail Marys and Our Fathers for when he started lying then? And Delores went, that's right, probably dead. Tony said, I wish we could ask Father Hopkins. I wish we could just go up to Father Hopkins and say, Father Hopkins, you know Mr. Ballard's a liar. How many lies has he told? And Pauline said, you can't say that. And Tony said, I know you can't say it, but wouldn't it be great if you could? Little Pap said, yeah, you could say, all right, Father, who is the biggest sinner in Kirkdale? And Delores said, yeah, you could. Oh, that'd be horrible. And then Pauline said, it would. I don't think I'd want to know. And little Pap said, oh, I'd want to know. Tony said, yeah, I'd want to know too. I'd want to know who the real robbers are around here. And Delores said, yeah, and Father Hopkins would tell you. And Tony said, yeah, that's why, because it'd be great. You know what? I might be a priest. And little Papi went, you what? Yeah, I just thought about it now. If I become a priest when I grow up, I'll know everyone's sins. And Pauline said, yeah, but Tony, are you sure you want to know? And Tony said, yeah, I want to know. And then people said, how is it ni mobesa sito was on Jezebel? And so they said, what did she say? And Delores said, she said that you'd have to not have any jam on your cheek when you do mass. And Tony said, well, yeah, I'd bring baby Lucia with me. The end. Now, did you like that little story? A little bit? And would you like to get all snuggled up with the Mammy and the Papi, and with Layla and Freddie and Charlotte and Delores and baby Lucia, and little Joni and her baby, and Marlon and Al and Olivia, and watch the story of the little Papi and the Christmas Club? Then that's what we will do. Now, let's give our lovely Mammy a nice love and a hug and a kiss. Okay. Come on, Pauline. Layla. There you go. All right, come on, Tony. Freddie. Come on, baby Lucia. Doity. Yes, you can bring your doity cup. Doity, mommy. Come on, Delores. There you go. Come on, Charlotte. Okay. Now, let's all get nice and snug so that I can say night-night every